November is something else on home box office with movies, sports, and specials. 007 spells double fast action for these November movies.
Within minutes, New York and Moscow will cease to exist.
The Spy Who Loved Me.
He has Anya on there.
I know, James. I'm sorry.
I have to get her off.
How?
The Betsy.
I will not gamble the future of this company on one car.
His company was built on one car. You got no stomach for the job, boy. Just say so. I'll get somebody else to finish it.
Julia.
Miss Julia has asked me to see you.
What's the trouble? Has something happened to Julia?
You are going to Moscow by way of Vienna.
Yes.
We would like you to travel by way of Berlin.
Madame Hellman?
We would like you to carry for us $50,000.
You can't be sure who anyone is anymore.
We think you're safe, but we cannot assure you this.
Either come in or stay out.
Shut the door, honey. Come on.
Just don't let the steam out. Oh.
Shampoo.
George.
George is great.
Yeah, George is great.
You're great. I thought you were great. Baby, you're great.
What about me?
You're great.
The Medusa Touch.
I am the man with the power to create catastrophe. I killed my mother. I killed my father. I made it happen.
But you couldn't cause an accident miles away. You wanted it. You wanted it badly. That's what we must concentrate on.
I made that accident happen. I have a gift for disaster.
Frost Swords.
We look like each other. No, you look like me. I am the Prince of Wales.
Aye, boy, and I am Ivan the Terrible. Now back up! Here comes the king!
It's not that man! He's an imposter! Traitor!
Old Yeller.
You crazy, wonderful dog. Old Yeller just saved your life.
No wolf in his right mind would have jumped us at the fire.
We can't just shoot him like he was nothing.
The Cassandra Crossing.
Dr. Chamberlain, this is Colonel Stephen McKenzie, United States Army Intelligence, attached to the International Health Organization. Now listen carefully, Doctor. There's a plague carrier on that train. I repeat, a plague carrier.
My God, the tunnel. Hurry, for God's sake. Reel in, reel in.
And HBO Sports shoots for the top with a brand new season of college basketball. It's international rivalry that sparks the Spartans of Michigan State as they play host to the USSR in a special contest. Then it's on to Illinois for another HBO Sports exclusive, pitting North Carolina against the Northwestern Wildcats. You last saw Sugar Ray Leonard on HBO in his Boston bout with Eklund. This time he faces the toughest opponent of his career, Bernie Prado, and HBO Sports will be there to give you the best seat in the house. And look for an exciting new brand of gymnastics in November. It's the U.S. team trials for acrosports, an amazing blend of gymnastics and acrobatics with 300 athletes from across the country on hand to vie for a spot on the team. And with the football pros vying for a playoff spot, hosts Len Dawson and Merle Harmon will unscramble the scramble to the top on Inside the NFL. And you'll have a chance to win a trip to Super Bowl 13 in HBO's weekly sweepstakes. November specials mean kings, queens, and a fair of the state. He's the king of humor and the irresistible star of nightclubs, television, and Broadway. It's Alan King on stage at Queens College as HBO takes you on location for King Goes to Queens. And Standing Room Only breaks new ground at the Minnesota State Fair, the first ever covered by HBO. Pat and Debbie Boone and Seals and Crofts join host Fred Travelina for the unusual sights of the busiest fair around. Then, the stage lights up for the farewell performance of a superstar. It's Elton John in concert at Wembley, taking his final bow and singing the hits that made him one of the hottest performers of the decade. And you'll get a rare and personal look at some of the biggest names in show business. Bette Midler, Jane Fonda, Henry Fonda, and Alan Alda share their thoughts with interviewer David Sheehan as HBO takes you up close. All this and more coming your way on HBO this November.